Pontiac GTO with kill-off shifter. Automatic transmissions undoubtedly have a huge number of advantages, which is why they are gradually replacing manual gearboxes on the market. However, in the world of drag racing enthusiasts, automatics cannot compete with manual transmissions, because only a manual gearbox guarantees an optimal gear shifting when constantly gaining speed. On the screen, you can see a transmission created especially for fans of drag racing. It is a variation of the kill-off shifter, which allows you to take advantage of both automatic and mechanical transmissions at the same time. In the drive position, the gearbox works as an automatic transmission. However, if the driver needs a manual gearbox, he can pull the leftmost lever down to the first gear. All levers on the right will then push the car into the next gear. Trophy truck. Cars assembled specifically for desert racing have a number of interesting features that make them incredibly spectacular and impressive. A few years ago, Monster Energy showed its new and amazing trophy truck. It's a huge 3-ton car, capable of landing on the ground from a height of 2 meters and moving on without any damage. The size of the wheels and the 20-inch rims give the car an amazing off-road capability. And it may seem that there is no insuperable obstacle for the trophy truck. It has 800 horsepower, and an impressive torque of 934 Nm combined with a phenomenal running gear and transmission. We'd like to draw special attention to the suspension too. The front suspension is independent, but the rear one is dependent, with the possibility of adjustment. In the front there are double wishbone suspensions, and the car also has shock absorbers with springs and a transverse stabilizer. The front suspension stroke is 660mm. The rear suspension is a continuous drive axle with 3 longitudinal guide rods and shock absorbers with springs. The suspension stroke is 864mm. It's these features that allow the trophy truck to withstand loads that conventional vehicles cannot withstand. Koenigsegg Regera. In the spring of 2015, Koenigsegg showed their amazing capabilities by developing a modification of its Regera. The result was a car that could easily star in the movie Transformers. To make the Koenigsegg Regera more unusual, it was decided to equip each of its opening parts with a separate drive. The modified doors attract the most attention because of the interesting updated design. Also, the trunk lid and the rear part of the body were modified. They were taught to open on their own. An interesting feature is the remote control, which handles the mechanisms. It makes the Koenigsegg Regera similar to a Transformer, because the car begins to transform on its own, despite the fact that the interior is empty. Killer Bee Camaro. Here is another modification of a world-famous car model. This time it's the Chevrolet Camaro 2010. Usually these cars are equipped with a 304 or 426 horsepower engine. But the Killer Bee Camaro has 5 or 6 times more power. Specifically, 1750 horsepower. A racer known in certain circles, Steve Nogas, did the modification. The basis of the resulting monster was a 2010 V6 Camaro with more than 30,000 kilometers on the road. From the very beginning, Steve knew that he wanted to build a car which could perform a burnout. This is a special technique of keeping the vehicle almost motionless while the wheels are still rotating. During the burnout, tyres are subjected to a great deal of friction, which causes them to heat up and smoke. Thus, the Killer Bee Camaro is literally destroying its own tyres. In addition, Steve wanted to surprise everyone. At the time of the creation of the Killer Bee, cars with 1471 blowers were not uncommon, so he decided to opt for a giant 1671. All these features allow the car to rotate its wheels at a speed of up to 300 km per hour while still remaining in place. Limo Jet. The vehicle you see on the screen is probably the most unusual limousine on the planet. In August 2018, specialists from the American company Jet finally finished the project, which was launched 12 years ago. However, the engineers claim that the resulting device is worth every day spent on it. The Limo Jet is a hybrid between a Learjet aircraft and a limousine. Of course, the jet engines had to be removed, and instead the vehicle was equipped with a V8 Vortec gasoline engine. Despite the fact that the Limo Jet is not able to fly, the engineers left all the parts of the hull, like the nacelles and the empennage, to show its true origin. Note what an interesting decision has been made regarding the jet engines. They were replaced by decorative lighting. Inside the 13-meter vehicle, you can find absolutely everything you expect to find in the most common limousine. 8 passengers can enjoy an excellent audio system. The cabin was equipped with a large number of speakers and TV sets. The diode lighting ribbons are decorative. And of course, the car has fridges with alcoholic beverages and leather seats. It's noteworthy that the Limo Jet was authorized to drive on public roads too. However, the driver will have to spend time on mastering the controls because the cabin is equipped with numerous displays. Driving houseboat. All boats have one little problem: they can only travel on water. They have no wheels to drive on the roads. For this reason, transporting a boat is often difficult, as special trucks have to be used. Mechanics from Theonomics have created a boat without this disadvantage. In 2017, the driving houseboat was launched for the first time. What you see is very real. It's really a vessel equipped with working wheels. Like a real vessel, it has a name too, the Beast of Burden. What you see on the screen is a 10-meter floating house. A hybrid between a 1967 Jeff Boat Sunliner and a Rickel Big A Sprayer 3-wheeled tractor. When asked why he needed to create something like this, the developer answered, "There's no logical reason, I just thought it was something cool to do." And the result is great, isn't it?
Hey, stop being lazy, it's time to use that brain of yours. Welcome to Brain Time. Incredible facts from the past, the present, and even the future. The power of nature and wild animals, amazing facts and unsolved mysteries. You'll find all this and much more here. Subscribe now, you won't regret it.